Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Hey, what's up? Ooh, happy Alien Earth Day. I know some of you guys may have watched it earlier, but my schedule was full today. And the reason why it took me so long to get set up is because I was trying to get it set up without commercials, but it will not allow me. So I am going to be going through, I have an FX account anyway, so we're going to be watching it from FX, not Hulu. It's the same thing. It's the same commercial breaks, which is weird because I pay for all that. We're going to be watching episodes 1 and 2. First episode is Neverland. I have seen this episode. This episode is a great setup episode. I think the intensity of the show is going to be awesome. For those of you who are all around the world, do not have Hulu or any Disney or any of these things, I made it sort of easy. You can watch along with us via the Twitch link that is tied to the top of the chat. This way, we don't have to be, if you're watching it with me, you don't have to necessarily, because some of you, I don't know, some of you may or may not have the commercial program. I thought I had the commercial ad free, but the ad free included the HBO Max one. I already have HBO Max through AT&T, so I didn't need to add. I don't want 2 HBO Max accounts. So that looks like the only way I could get the ad free version. But now I have Cox, and when you have Cox, I already have XX, so we're gonna watch it through there. So if you want to click on that link, then you can watch it along with us. So when you hit a commercial, we all hit a commercial at the same time. And for those of you who are watching in the decent hours, I will let you know when commercials happen and when they go. That way you can speed past us. I will try to do something, put my thumbs up, something that you know where to get past. Usually the commercials don't last too long. So, all right, I'm gonna bring in my glow in the dark Aussie, my favorite little koala. Okay, that's about as excited as I've seen you since you did your fusion dance.
Sorry, I thought it was funny.
Okay, all right. Patreons, if you are up and you want to watch this live with you, your link is in your messages right now. So here we go. I don't know who else we're gonna have because we're going late, but hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna do the first 2 episodes. So right now it is live on Twitch. All I need to do is push play, and I'll answer. Hey guys, try to keep the questions narrow to what we're watching. I'll try to answer as many off-topic questions as I can in between, maybe in between commercials. But I'm trying to keep it on topic to what we're watching here because it's kind of confusing for people who are watching later on. All right, Spot, what's going on? Anthony, here's Erin. She's with us. I don't know. I think Brad's biggest technical difficulty is once he goes to sleep, it's really I don't know. He may not get up, but he knew we were doing this, and I don't know whether he's watching or not. So. All right, so we're going to go ahead, since we got 2 episodes and they're quite long, I am going to go ahead and get this started. All right, on the count of 3, we're going to hit the play button. The first episode is Neverland. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Let me know if you guys on Twitch are not seeing or hearing at any point in time.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay, cool. How you doing, Clint?
What's up, William?
Hey, what's up? And then,
So, Clint,
Hello, everybody.
what's going on?
So, we started them yet?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
literally about a minute in.
Okay.
But I have it on the Twitch channel if you just want to watch it from there. Or
Yeah,
however you want
I
to do
see.
it.
I got him in. I'll pull it up there.
I feel safe doing it on Twitch since I'm at home with the best cable I'm going to have anywhere. Our best, internet at least. Knock on wood.
This first episode is creepy.
Actually, what does this opening scene remind you of?
The Matrix.
I mean, it's no, I was thinking of the original Alien when they all wake up out of their little cryo tube.
Oh,
When they show characters' heads, watch behind them and you'll see stuff.
Hold on, I'm getting an echo.
Well, even that one guy right there looks like Yaphet Kotto.
He
Yeah,
really
so
does.
Yeah.
All right, I just took out one screen. Twitch people, make sure that you can still see and hear everything. Cool. Did we lose Clint? Oh, there we go.
It's almost like this first episode was Alien and the second episode was Aliens.
Now, I believe Clint's the only one that's seen the second one, because even I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, haven't either. Although, like a lot of the reactions I've seen to them have kind of made that comparison. Like the first one has an alien vibe, the second one has an aliens feel.
No, this is its own thing, but it's really in the same universe, but it's its own. It's not part of that direct timeline.
One guy, I see him. He just looks like Parker from the original. And
This entire show is disgusting, and I only seen the one episode. I know Clint has told me it gets worse in the second episode, so yay, let's go eat.
But I didn't say how it got worse. I just said it was different.
I'm starting to draw my own picture that this is probably going to fuck me up for the rest of the morning.
I mean, 3Ds, so
It's canon, but it's not directly tied to the timeline that Betty Alvarez is working on. Everything that happens right now with Alien is canon. It's just not sequel to each other, if that makes any sense.
Supposedly, this is before the first Alien movie.
Also, it's like a prequel series to Alien.
Yeah.
Supposedly. And with that knowledge, it kind of tells me how this show is going to go.
I mean, everybody keeps settling. Is it canon or not? I mean, it seems to be the.
It's all canon, but there's a difference between something being canon and not canon and being in sequence. Like what Fede Alvarez is doing is in sequence with like Prometheus and everything else. This is in the same universe, but it's not directly tied to everything, but it's all canon. So the simple answer is yes, William Fly. By the way, I'm going to need you guys to change these fucking names, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's your fly. It's not your pants. Asking, so or your chair, or your, or like my, whatever that latest thing is, Well, it's basically that kind of says you don't have to. You could come into this like this could be like a jumping on point for Alien for somebody. You don't have to have seen any of the movies or anything previous. Okay.
Yeah, although I would highly not recommend that, of course, but yeah.
If you haven't seen any Alien film and you watch this, you would be very lost. I only have one slight criticism of this series.
What's that?
They make the alien's mouth basically the only distinct, more human-like than more instead of like razor sharp teeth.
Hmm.
Like I said, it's just a slight.
It's like a design sort of quibble.
Yeah, nothing that'll hinder me from watching it.
Well, since I've got a commercial now, because I'm
Well, if
watching
you're watching Twitch, I think everybody's got a commercial.
Yeah. So, Clint, where do you kind of fall on what is like where would you rank as your personal favorite of the Alien franchise?
Well, there's no more movies after Aliens for some reason. I don't know why they didn't make any more.
They made quite a few.
Really?
They had one come out last year.
They don't exist.
You like Romulus, man?
Romulus was kind of a meh story. I mean, it had some cool special effects, but the story was kind of
You
meh.
didn't like Alien 3, dude? Or what about Alien versus Predator?
What movies are you talking about?
I'm talking about the ones that came after Aliens.
There's movies after Aliens?
Yes. Any.
I really liked Romulus.
Yeah,
It had the ancient astronaut theory attached to it, which was really good.
Yeah.
Well, this series is pretty good, though. From the whole 2 episodes I've seen of it.
All right,
Yeah,
so it looks like we're in our first commercial break.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught that when you stepped away, William, but yeah, Clint has I asked him what his favorite of the Alien franchises, and he says, there's nothing after Aliens for him. Well, now, really, not even Romulus, dude. Though.
I mean, for me, it goes Aliens, Prometheus, Romulus.
And then Romulus, the only cool scene was a special effects scene. The rest of it was kind of like, really?
Come on, dude.
And that scene is where they're avoiding all the alien splatter.
Oh, you're talking the
zero gravity.
I love that part. The acid blood, part. Yeah, I love that. I love that part.
Dairy Queen sold hot, savory dishes. I thought they were this ice cream company.
Yeah.
I just learned something new today. Bit of Americana.
Yeah.
Who was selling ice cream on our commercial?
Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
it's technically not ice cream.
Since we have a little bit of a gap here with the commercial here, Aaron. I had the one article I had in Comic Book about the Furious that I had published recently.
Why is there an article in Comic Book about the Furious?
Because I wanted to write it. I pitched it. And
all right, we are back. We are back.
I've written quite a few of them on Comic Book Kingdom, but it's like I decided I wanted to do one on Comic Book too.
The commercial break is over, guys. For those of you who are watching later on. Well, I guess you guys could just speed it past if you're watching it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. So you've got like both episodes on Twitch here. So is it like, is it like an hour and a half between them? Is like that, or is it an hour and a half each?
I think they're an hour and a half each. I'm not
really
sure, because I know when we went to go see it, it was an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, these are very long episodes.
Is that just the first 2, or is that going to be like the format for the whole show?
It might be the format for the whole show because it's only 6 episodes, 7 episodes.
But yeah,
I
if
thought
this
there was 8
series,
episodes.
Would you say, Aaron?
So there's 8. I'll look it up real quick.
I said I thought there was 8 episodes.
There might be. I'm just talking out of my ass.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, there's 8. There's 8. And 8 is supposed to drop. God, they're going. This is gonna be gonna run through pretty quick. It's like you got the first 2 out on the 12th, and then 8 comes out on September 23rd. So this is like.
And then Hulu goes away next year. Wow.
Oh yeah, so they well, maybe that's to their benefit. It's like, okay, let's run through the show really quick before our platform, gets consolidated into Disney Plus, but also kind of not, because it's like, oh, it's going to be absorbed, but also kind of still exists independently. I still don't know what the hell that's going to entail.
they already, if you go to Disney Plus, you can see what they're already doing about it, because it has the Star Wars, Marvel.
Yeah.
And then it has Hulu, and then it has ESPN as a top tab.
And you can watch this, and you can watch all the Alien, all the Predator, everything Alien Predator that's on Hulu. You can also watch it at Disney Plus.
Yeah, but their interface is trashed. That better fucking improve. I know that. Their interface between each other, like, you don't get the same interface between them, and that's the one thing that I hope with all this new money that they fixed.
I just find I find it endlessly amusing when I go on Disney Plus now, and I find like the most non-Disney stuff I ever. I mean, they got really because they own Fox now, and because they got all this. I mean, they got the most non-Disney stuff. They got Freddy Got Fingered. Freddy Got Fingered is legally a Disney movie now. They got that. They got all kinds.
Frankenfurter is a Disney princess.
Yeah, kind of. I remember a while back I saw the Batman on Disney Plus, and that's just like licensing between 2 companies, but still, it's like,
Well, yeah, that was just a money deal.
Oh, The Fly also, yeah. That could be on Disney Plus now. I'm gonna look that up and see if that's on Disney Plus. David Cronenberg.
But I think there's age. Aren't they're gonna have to add age?
Well, yeah, they can add parental controls and things like that on there, but even still, just the presence of such R-rated content on there is something.
Well, Disney, you have Amblin. I mean, you had Private Ryan, and that was a Disney company, right? Wasn't that business?
Well, but I'm talking about Walt Disney. Like Walt Disney Pictures, what you think of when you think of like the Disney image. Like you have subsidiaries.
Yeah, but that's really been gone for 30 years now. They've had really violent content. They just don't say Disney all the time, but there's a lot of movies that they've done that are some really explicit shit that even before they bought Fox, that they would just put under different different indie things, but they're the distributor.
So when you think Disney, you think little kids with British accents getting into shenanigans.
I haven't felt that way about Disney since I was like 8. But see, I wasn't a Disney kid.
Well, yeah, but like if you're talking about things like Miramax or like Hollywood Pictures, which I get what you're saying, but also it's like the average family going to that, the average general audience, they're not thinking.
I don't
they're not
think
in
Disney
a
has
Disney
that brand
mood
anymore.
They're not in that Disney mindset when they go into
that's what I'm saying. I don't think that exists anymore. I don't think there is and I think that's what Disney is realizing, that there hasn't been a Disney mindset for literally 30 years. That's why they can do this stuff. If there was a Disney mindset, they wouldn't be doing anything.
Well, I mean, and I agree, it has shifted certainly since they've gotten Marvel and gotten Star Wars and
Go back
And,
further than that, dude. We're talking the 80s.
Oh no, when I was a kid,
Yeah, dude, look at the kids. Look at the Disney kids. How sleazy those kids became on their way to becoming Britney Spears.
dude, when I was a kid, and by the way, we were watching a woman just jump off the cliff there and land on the beach with no harm to her. That's pretty awesome there. But no, and I'm old enough to remember like the Mickey Mouse Club on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, it looked like I said. I thought that turned into look what they were wearing by the time some of those people left.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like there was stuff that I used to see as a kid on Disney Channel that would surprise you. Like I mean, like I think I've shared it here before, William. Like the original Dune, the '84 Dune. I first saw that on the Disney Channel. I didn't even see like the whole movie. I just checked channel surfing and like saw that.
For those of you watching later on, we are at a commercial break, and I'm going to go ahead and bring down the volume since that's the case. Okay. I'll bring it back up.
Yeah, I don't think I even saw the whole movie. I just was channel surfing, like caught 20 minutes or so of like the '84 Dune on the Disney Channel. And then
is there even a Disney Channel anymore? Do they even have that anymore?
That's a good question. I mean, because especially with everybody cable cutting, I mean, I would think like Disney Plus is kind of like more their cash cow now.
I think they've consolidated.
I think they do. I think they do have the Disney Channel still. Like
yeah, I ain't watched it in years.
Paramount still has Nickelodeon.
Oh, they still have it. It's on. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long, long time. Disney Plus. Here's another good one for you. I saw on Disney Channel when I was a kid. Is anybody familiar with it's a Roger Corman one? It's called Step Monster.
Oh wow! Like
I think so. Yeah.
I first that was like that. They had that on every Halloween. I saw that and I was like 10. It scared the shit out of me.
Dude, you scare easily.
At that age, I did. I had like.
Oh, were you?
No, that movie was creepy. Come on.
Boy, you couldn't see. You couldn't have hung in our household, man. We were watching.
No, I'm pulling up what that Tropopkin monster looked like real quick. You guys are gonna like see what this creepy.
When I was a kid, I was watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and the Tales from the Crypt.
Commander USA.
Two things that kind of startled me when I was a kid. One, the goddamn Slee Stacks, and two, the goddamn flying monkeys.
Yeah.
Slee Stacks were creepy for what they were supposed to be. But the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, and it still scares me today, even though I've seen the movie 1,000 times, is John Carpenter's The Thing. Every moment of John Carpenter's The Thing scares the fuck out of me. And I've seen it. I know it's coming. But just watching that movie just gives me a very eerie feeling. That's
Alien does the same thing to me, man. Alien still scares the crap out of me. That's the only movie that has ever done it.
I mean, I'll be watching. I know the blood scene. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, here it is. I'm showing you what that Tropopkin looked like. Yeah, this was on the Disney Channel when I was like 10 years old. Look at that.
That scared you?
Yes, it did. I was 10, dude.
That scared you at 10?
Look at that creature.
Oh. Did you ever watch, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and Goosebumps. I was big time into both those.
Yeah, I love that.
I actually tend to like. I actually been since we get close to Halloween, I was kind of like I tend to like pull those back up around this time of year too. I really I'm still pretty enamored with both those. I read the books. I was crazy about the Goosebumps books when I was little.
Did you get goosebumps reading the Goosebumps books?
Many times.
Somebody's using the wrong computer tonight. I wonder who it could be.
Could it be the one that's all staticky that I hear over the lines?
Dude, you're driving me nuts. When I think of a journalist, I think of a guy with like a one computer here, a little plasma screen here, and just like so you can get all this stuff done. You got one computer hooked up at one time.
I can only type on one keyboard at one time.
Oh goodness.
I'm not like the octopus who like with 8 limbs of drums, man.
Sad.
And you know what that what's like I should learn that because the Sphinx from Mystery Men, that's his wisdom. It's like you must lash out with every limb like the octopus who plays the drums. The Sphinx is very
Kristen
wise.
would not have been seeing that movie at all.
No more heroes anymore.
I love that soundtrack. That's on the soundtrack. I played the shit out of that soundtrack.
All right,
Nice.
let's not bring us down a peg by talking about that fucking awful movie while we're watching, which could end up being a great show at the end of the day. Mystery Men. Oh my god, you guys suck.
What the hell were you guys talking about?
Well, it started with me getting scared by Step Monster on Disney Channel when I was 10. William thinks again he's making fun of me as a 10-year-old, but he's scared of this morphing chick who wants to marry Alan Thicke in Step Monster.
Dude, you would have been putting like an award if you'd have lived with me watching what we watched, man. That shit would have.
William, after episode 1, let me know what other Ridley Scott original show it reminds you of.
Okay.
Original show? Anthony. Brad, really, that movie was so stupid. I watched it when I was your age. That movie was, I got scared of Carrie. Yeah, Carrie's pretty dated.
I remember watching The Exorcist that people said was super scary, being bored to
Bored
tears.
the shit out of me, dude. That the movie bored the hell out of me. When other kids at school, their parents are, hey, my parents let me watch The Exorcist. This is gonna, it's gonna ruin your life. I'm like, you realize by that time I had already seen every horror movie that the old man would let us see, which is everything. The Exorcist was softcore for me. It was not a horrible movie, but it didn't scare me, and it was too long. The Exorcist 3 is actually the best of that series.
Yeah, that latest Exorcist movie we saw, my God, that was terrible.
It's okay. It's okay. It's run of the mill.
Wasn't even run of the mill. It was like, oh, the thing did exactly what it said it was going to do.
I actually think if you're talking about Raised by Wolves, I think this show has the potential to be much better, and it's much straightforward than Raised by Wolves. Because Raised by Wolves had a lot of lore that I could feel losing people. I loved it, but I can feel people losing. This is a lot easier to follow along.
They drop a few F-bombs in this show too, for being regular, technically TV.
Well, yeah, FX. Yeah, FX pushes the boundaries as far as they can, but.
It's kind of hard not to do a Brad and spoil things.
Well, it's called discipline. Most of us have it. Brad gives you a spoiler warning after he spoiled what he spoiled.
When have I ever spoiled anything after the spoiler warning? Name one time I've done that.
Every time you say, I don't want to spoil
one specific time. None of this like generalized, like Brad does it all the time.
Weapons.
I said, here's a spoiler, and if you keep listening after that, that's on you.
Wow.
I do that in features I write. It's like, here's the spoiler warning. I'm going to spoil this article. You don't want to get spoiled, don't read it. If you do, it ain't my fault.
That's not very nice, but anyway.
That's very good for talking. It's good for writing because you can skip writing.
Anthony Manzano for this series, yes. That the series is designed that way.
I have a pretty good idea how this show's gonna go since this is where it's at in the world. And this would be I'll tell you after the show, but this would be my theories on what I think it is. Oliphant looks like he's having fun doing it.
Oh, so this is like a Peter Pan, like metaphor.
Yeah, Neverland.
Yeah, they'll never grow older. Hey, he types on the same keyboard Brad types on.
I know. When I was at Comic-Con, I was thinking about that. Rat-tat-tat.
I mean, I don't understand why like the sound of like keys clacking is like unique to me.
Because most modern keyboards don't make that sound anymore.
Technology has moved on, Brad.
Well, Ashley told us that she normally hits her keyboard really hard.
Exactly, Ashley did. You remember Ashley Clint, the girl you said didn't exist for the longest time?
Well, now that we have proof, we can say she exists, and she agreed with me
and she's
William 100%.
I need to get a hold of her because I really think she would make a great addition to the show as your replacement.
Yeah.
I love the accent that light Georgian accent she has.
I think actually, I think it comes across a little bit more like on like over the phone or on a stream that does in person for whatever reason. Because I've known her for like 17 years, and it's like it doesn't quite hit the same way in person.
Technically, you're a Georgian. What happened?
I grew up elsewhere, so like I was born here, but I mean, moved around, came back as an adult with my voice fully formed.
I hate when someone locks the door and doesn't let you inside away from the alien.
When there's an alien there.
Well, to be fair, I think he has a bit of a draw. Because she probably lived in Georgia for quite a while.
Yeah, she's
developed some of that draw.
Yeah. She's lived here longer than I have. Yeah. By the way, that alien, the xenomorph right here, the way that comes into the frame, they could not have made that more phallic if they tried.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another little quibble. The alien wouldn't go after him.
What do you say, Clint?
The alien wouldn't have gone after that one guy that went into that chamber
Why?
because he's a fake person.
Nah, the alien's hostile will go after anything. Remember in Aliens, he went after Bishop or Bishop.
Yeah, the queen just she sticks her tail through him and rips him apart. And those all the white Elmer's glue blood come out.
Anything that
Yes, I remember that part, but they aren't trying to eat them. They aren't trying to go at them. They're in the way.
This movie we're doing a promo for, and this we saw the first 20 minutes of this.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Because that's this is Stephen King one, isn't it?
Yeah, I had no plans on ever seeing this. I had none until I saw that 20 minutes that we saw, and Mark Hamill actually comes out on the stage in that character, and I didn't recognize him first. Yes, I have it on. I posted the video.
Oh shit, man!
Remind me to show you the video. I put the video on Twitter because I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention because I'm like, a long walk, okay, whatever. But then he comes out, the lights come out, he comes out in that persona, and that giving that same speech he gives in the trailer, and then they go ahead and show you the first like 20 minutes of it, and then they black out parts that are very intense and violent because it's a family atmosphere in the
But so you've seen like these previews of like so many things. You saw the first 20 minutes of Long Walk, first 20 or 15 or 20
Badlands,
minutes. Predator Badlands.
And
what else?
This episode, was this episode we're watching now?
This episode was like, what else did you see? Did you see the air cut while you were there? It's going to annoy me if you did. Yeah.
Nah, I saw stuff that's actually going to see the light of day.
Any Peacemaker while you're there?
No, I didn't go to the Peacemaker panel. Rhea went to the Peacemaker panel.
Well, I mean, if they showed any of that, that probably would have like made headlines if they like actually showed an episode there.
Yeah, I think they're keeping that because I think there's some surprises in that, so I'm willing to wait. It's what, 2 weeks from now?
Yeah,
we'll be doing watch parties for that.
Oh yeah, that's over. It's overlapping with Alien Earth.
I still have no desire to see The Long Walk. That's like, really? Okay.
I didn't either, but that seeing that first opening of it,
yeah, and that sounds like for me that's gonna do because I never was really that into the Hunger Games, but this sounds like this is almost gonna be like my Hunger Games because it's got like a concept.
And
like
this actually looks good, Brad.
Guess who's in it? Ben Wang.
Who? Oh yeah, from Karate Kid Legends. He could spin kick all those dudes and like save his day.
How did I not recognize that name?
Because you're a lame-o who doesn't watch martial arts flicks like Aaron and I. Yeah. He'll spin kick everybody.
Where's the X? Where's the X when you need it?
I need a longer X though because as Brad is evolving, we need a longer X.
That's coming out sooner too than I thought. That's September 12th. That's right around the corner.
Yeah, we're doing here we go. We're going all right, we're back live or back commercials. Tony
back live. We're doing a live. Fuck it. Do a live. Oh, Bill O'Reilly. We love that guy because he's
like the built-in drunk uncle without alcohol.
I still can't tell what he was so mad about in that video. I think it's he couldn't read the teleprompter, like something was going over. He couldn't like understand what there's. He
wow,
flipped his lid.
Anthony's just coming outright and saying it, but.
Be forewarned, like I said, Ashley has no filter, and she warns you too. It's like I'm the good cop. She's not even the bad cop. She's the worst cop.
Yeah, but I think she'd be much more entertaining. Her jokes she was funny when she was on the show.
Oh, dude, you haven't lived until you've seen her go off on Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey.
Clinton Williams. Oh, you should know this, Anthony. What was the scary story movie you watched when you were younger? It's gonna be the thing.
Alien for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it sent me to a psychiatrist, but it fucked me up. I mean, so, yeah.
For me, it was Step Monster. no, it wasn't Step Monster. It's yeah, actually, I probably would say The Shining. The Shining
The Shining put me to sleep.
I can't. No, man, dude, The Shining creeps me the hell out. It still scares me.
Stanley Kubrick in general is like Benadryl for me. Man, 2001: Space Odyssey, dude, I could literally go. That's ASMR for me.
Yeah, me and you, William, we pick generally.
I mean, just
horrible
that,
movies with horror franchise and Brad picks.
I mean, just that dude in the bear suit. I mean, in The Shining, and then the blood coming out of the elevator, and yeah, she actually was on the Happy Gilmore. I watched
Shining. To each his own. Shining did not scare me at all. It kind of grossed me out when that old lady got out of the tub. You know?
Shining made me go, "What am I watching?"
Yeah. She's excellent in this role. Sydney Chandler, she makes you really feel that this is a little girl in a woman's body.
They actually do some really interesting things in the second one. It's just yeah. Sorry, I was trying to avoid being a Brad.
Well, I was watching Grace Randolph's review of the two earlier,
we're done.
I hear that episode 2 is more of an Alien feel to it.
Well, yeah, Brad. Clint already said that.
How can I can't even spoil. How can I spoil if I haven't seen it?
If there's anybody that could do that, you would be the one.
You have a magical talent about that, Brad.
You need some secret info on me? I don't remember that. I mean, she has done the DNA.
She said she could. She said she could. She did not.
Well, she has also done the DNA test for me and Aaron, so we've already got that.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it was just a formality, but Aaron,
she thought that was creepy.
She went ahead and did that, so it's like Aaron's like it's just a formality. But we already got it. You know, it's like.
No, Ashley didn't release new secret information on Brad. She confirmed our information on Brad.
He was horrifying. I mean, a talking purple dinosaur. I mean, I can see kids being scared of that.
Barney was horrifying for a totally different reason.
By the way, seeing this on a big screen, a movie screen, was really cool.
Okay, so we got. I think looks like we got the mystery solved, like how the alien makes it to Earth here. And I mean, I guess third time's the charm because they wanted to. That's what they wanted to do originally with Alien 3. Didn't happen. Then that's what they did do with AVP Requiem.
Jesus.
Commercial for those of you watching at a decent hour.
This is crazy. It just flies loud through buildings.
Yeah. In fact, the way it descends and like kind of slices buildings is going on. It kind of reminds you of something like a certain scout ship. The way that crashes. Just saying.
What are you smoking, Brad?
I'm very straight laced. Don't smoke anything.
Because you sound like I'm thinking right now.
Huh. I've heard stuff about the bear. Has anybody seen it?
Have you seen what?
The bear.
The bear?
Because I've heard good stuff about it.
I have not. No.
Talking about with the dude from Shameless, the cook.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the commercial area. No.
I've seen some of it. Yeah, it's really good. Jeremy Allen White.
Stacker says I'm going to put on in a violent nature after me and my homegirl watch Hellraiser 2020 will be knocked out.
Dude, the Violent Nature was a really bad.
Hellraiser, I've never gotten into the because they just the dude with like.
You know, I actually did Hellraiser with Doug Bradley standing on my stage doing audio commentary at the store.
I can't. I just can't.
Hellraiser was one of the few horror films that freaked me out, and I couldn't watch it. I just could not watch it.
Yeah,
I couldn't
there's a
either.
lot there to fuck you up. Yeah,
I can't either because it's about a dude who's got nails in his head.
Well, that's the tame portion of it. He's ripping people apart with hooks.
I mean, I used to see that that picture on like the video, the cassette cover going to Blockbuster as a kid. It's like, what the hell is this? I am not putting that on. That is freaky as hell. And I've always wondered too, like the dudes who play like the Xenobites or play Hellraiser in those movies. That's got to be like putting that like makeup on and those prosthetics.
4 hours.
Well, not just that.
Hours.
Well, not just that, but also like you got to imagine like anytime you bump on anything, those guys got to have like all kinds of scrapes and like scuffs and things like that from those tiny little nails in there.
Me and Doug Bradley share the same birthday. We actually celebrated our birthday here in Vegas together. Me and Armando, that you guys see when you guys see him on for our wrestling stuff, he, his wife Kelly, and us got Doug Bradley drunk with some really dark beer on our birthday, September 7th.
Hellraiser kind of bored me too. It was just, oh, look, yay. Snuggle softness for an alien film.
In Australia, we don't. In Australia, we don't have Blaze. We have Smiths.
Nah.
We're all Smiths chicks.
You know, this is also kind of these commercials were making me think that too, also because I first, before I even saw any of the Alien movies as a kid, I discovered them to like the action figures that because they had toy lines in the 90s for like stuff like Terminator, RoboCop, Aliens, Predator, stuff that was definitely not.
All right, we are back from the commercial, so I'm bringing the volume up.
Remember they show these in Australia, and they had the one that was like the alien flying queen. I saw those commercials on Cartoon Network when I was little.
Notice he shipped those yellow transports. They're very familiar from Aliens.
Yeah.
Which supposed alien movie is where the woman couldn't run a zigzag?
Can you be more specific?
The ship is falling straight towards her. She doesn't know how to go straightways.
That's a really big ship, dude.
No, you mean Prometheus? Okay. With like the rolling donut.
You're not going to outrun it going straight, so you might as well try to go sideways.
Yeah, but the ship is like half a mile across.
You would have more of a chance running sideways than straight away from it.
So I think this is already kind of raising the question, like how William said, it's like this is canonical, but not like linearly plugged into the timeline. So, I mean, with aliens coming on Earth, at this point in time, and this is before even the first Alien takes place, like have they said anything about how they're going to account for that in the show, or is is this kind of like a big
Yeah,
retcon?
we already know.
I have an
Um,
idea, Brad. I just don't. I can't say it until after the episodes.
Okay.
what was your question?
Well,
I
because the
can't spoil it. Go ahead.
because this takes place before the first Alien, and canonically aliens have not been on Earth, and this is already that's kind of changing up the mythos a fair amount here. So how is the show going to account for like how when they discover they have the first encounter with the xenomorph and the first alien and all the stuff in Aliens, like why it seems like this is the first time we've encountered these creatures?
Oh, it's not. It's the first time that a certain group of people have, but the organization is always going to know. From the point of view of the people who are doing all this, putting their lives on the line and going to these ships, it's always going to seem alien to them. But Weyland Yutani has fucked them from point A to point Z. So yeah, that's how I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe like they cut like whatever happens on the show, they just like cover that up. They have like a big government.
Because there's no way for a lot of reasons. A, they don't want competitors to get a hold of their stash, and B, they're liable for a whole bunch of shit if they ever to found out, and then there's panic. So
What I think the Alien movie is from this is they want another.
yep.
It's giving me a bit of Starship Troopers vibes, and also a bit of the story of Predators 2.
This first episode is just it amps up the creepiness to 11.
I have heard William. I have heard like also some somewhat like a Blade Runner sort of connection established on the show.
What's that? You cut
I've
off.
heard early reactions. I've heard there is maybe like some kind of like illusion or connection to Blade Runner that's made.
I hear that every time Ridley Scott does something or anything that looks like Alien or Blade Runner. I have not heard anything credible. Yeah, after the first half hour of a Full Metal Jacket, I check out. I'm done. Once Gunny dies, I'm done. Wow, Anthony's going all in after your ass tonight.
I mean, bad dad jokes. That's three syllable words, but they ain't thought too big for little minds.
All right, we are at a commercial break for those of you who are rewatching.
I love there's a bit of a human interest story within this episode.
They showed a lot of this too. This is another one that was on the Friday I was there.
Yay, another Walking Dead series. Oh boy. Will it have zombies?
How many spin-offs have they got now? Like 8?
I tapped out after the first one, so
Oh, Wendy's is actually starting to open up stores here in Australia now.
They have Wendy's in Australia?
Yeah, they're starting to open up stores here now in the main cities.
What is going? It's like Australia is like getting like cheated out of all this good stuff. It's like guys, my sis. It's like, I'm not happy with like what she's been deprived of. It's like, gotta fix this.
Well, it's better than going to kangaroo burgers and koala bear chunks.
look at that. Look at what you've done. Poor thing, having to defend her homeland like this.
We don't eat the koalas. We do not eat the koalas.
You don't
But the
have lovely
kangaroos
koala strips?
or kangaroo nuggets. All right, we are back from commercial.
Ah, back in the 70s when large walls of blinking lights were thought futuristic. Sex education in Aliens TV series.
He's just got a weird face. I don't know if I've seen him anywhere else.
Who has a weird face? The
The
Oliphant?
kid, yeah, the kid.
You could get ripped apart by an alien. Here comes the Space Marine. Oh wait, no, they're not Space Marine.
All right, commercial break. All right.
Looks like the other two went AFK.
I don't consider it I consider one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Just remind me.
Every food you eat is a GMO. They just didn't call it that when they were making it. 2001 was a decent movie until they got to when he became the space baby. But Hal going insane. Open the pod doors, pal. Wow. Aaron looks like a ghost of Aaron.
Oh, she tends to glow in the dark. All right, we are back from commercial break.
There's no more sunlight. It's now almost 6 o'clock here.
So it's not today, it's tomorrow for you, right?
No, it's today. We're both on Wednesday now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm just happy I get to use my alien duck again.
Oh, I mean, ain't sci-fi center where that is.
This whole experimental thing reminds me of Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Actually, also kind of remind those tubes are reminding a little bit actually of Jurassic Park 3. The part where the when they go into the visitor center, there's the one raptor head just sitting there, and she looks close to it, and then like his eyes moves, then it bolts out at her. I can see that with the face huggers being held there in those little test tubes. Flashback to that.
We're about to lead into one of the first of what'll be plenty of nasty moments in this show. I'm most assured.
You're treading dangerously close to doing a Brad there, William.
Nah. I told you from the start. I've been telling you from the start that this is going to be this doesn't mean nasty. There are certain aliens that they let you know about that I have no fucking use for and do not really want to see, including the one that I know is coming in this next episode. I'm gonna have some problems. I'm gonna have some problems with this show. And very few things really make me go, ugh. This show is probably gonna have all of them. All right, another commercial break. That's another thing. Are they going to make this new Hulu? Are these all going to be? Because I know that the company does not like the non-ad tier. That's why they try to they charge you way more for the non-ad tier to discourage you from using it because of the ad revenue. I wonder what this new service is going to be like because they're going to need to get money from somewhere. Can't be charging me up the ass. God damn it. Are you talking about this show, Azteca? Because I saw some scenes from the next episode that are just fucking gross.
Kind of curious too, like I mean, because this is also being broadcast on FX, so
Well, FX is known for some shady shit, though.
yeah, but
and they show it late. Well, actually, no, they showed this shit at 5.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you're watching FX or remember FXX or whatever the fuck that was, you're pretty much know you're in because all of their shows are kind of like they show butt on their shows and like early evening. They show partial nudity on broadcast TV, broadcast cable, so they don't give a fuck.
They're the ones that created Heels.
The Shield. Yeah, what are you drinking? What's that say on that cup?
Heels.
What's that cup? Hold that cup up. You got a little Wonder Woman sippy cup. You're so adorable. You're so adorable.
By the way, now since you got a Wonder Woman come up, I thought I'd ask you real quick.
Is that a Denny O'Neil? Is that a Denny O'Neil?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Denny O'Neil's Wonder Woman here? And it's just out of curiosity.
Oh, he destroyed Wonder Woman for a whole entire generation and decades.
I wouldn't go that far,
especially amongst women and young girls. They had nobody to look up to. Who could they look up to?
Did you see her demeanor change? Look at her eyes went from cute, cuddly Aaron to like, I'm gonna fuck you up, Aaron.
Well, and he actually was. He actually was very. What's the word I'm looking for? Would you say apologetic?
I'm not going to say apologetic. No,
he was understanding of like, yeah, I understand what the backlash I got for that was.
But he doesn't regret what he did. Just like Tom King, there are people who hate Tom King's Wonder Woman. Tom King has no regrets on this shit on Wonder Woman. When you're an artist, you just
don't tell Jared that, man.
I know. I've had Jared on my screen. I tell you, I'm worried about Tom King's whereabouts right now.
Like an entire decade, he destroyed a character.
All right, here
One
we go.
of the bloody.
We're back.
If I could try and find him to a grave, my God.
Yeah. Yes.
There's that music, that creepy alien music.
It definitely wasn't a highlight run for Wonder Woman. I think we can all agree. Which sucks because I loved what his Green Lantern or Green Arrow. I really like what he did with those guys, but yeah, just totally dropped the ball on Wonder Woman.
That's William. We gotta find the trail, this creepy thing. William's like, no, we're not. Get out.
Old chess thing reminds you of the scene in Spaceballs. And the little alien starts dancing on the bar.
Anything with the neck. Anything with a neck always, like needles or anything like stabbing into the neck, that always gets me.
I don't believe you guys do that, Darren. All right, we are going to just go right into the next episode because these episodes are quite lengthy. Season 1, episode 2, Mr. October. Here we go. Now, I have not seen this episode, so I'm watching it for the first time with you guys.
Looks like it's a little bit shorter. It's only about 100 hour 17.
Did you skip the end, or did you just go just straight on?
He went straight into it.
Yeah, once it went into the credits, there was no end credits to that episode, so I went right into episode 2. Save some time.
If only they could hear the creepy music in that ship.
Well, I can already see the like Grace and others are saying it's like the first episode is Alien, the second episode is Aliens.
At the risk of being a Brad, there's plenty of alien carnage in this episode.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's totally shocked. Yeah. Look at yes. Oh, there goes our salvage, you guys. Definitely see the Aliens tribute here.
He's the alien.
All the alien does is want to be friends. I mean, we can easily defeat AI, really easy. Unplug the computer.
Yeah. One thing they never thought of when they were dealing with Skynet.
Yep.
Well, Skynet took advantage of why the internet was created. Do you know why the internet was invented, Brad?
You're gonna have to enlighten me there, man.
Well, it was a Cold War thought that we should have a communication system if one part went down from a nuclear blast, the communication system would still hold up, and that's what created the internet.
Yeah. Pretty, pretty good. Also, kind of help, got me, set up my job too. So that's pretty helpful as well. That's come on. That's what they were thinking the whole time. It's like we got to 50 years from now, we got to make sure that Brad has his job allows him to his office to be like 3 feet away from his bed. So
Well, the internet was for porn, right?
nah, but yeah, no. But first and foremost, they were thinking about my income
Okay.
way in
Can
advance.
we stay a little bit closer to aliens than where we're just at right now? Just a thought.
I was like, where is this gonna go?
Well, I was trying to give a helpful hint. Brad took it to the other direction.
I didn't take. No, that was you. You're the
You
one who
brought
said.
up.
Yeah.
Stop. Let's do alien, Earth, everyone.
Don't try to pin that on me.
Alien Earth.
So are these people like child soldiers now?
They could be. Not what they were designed for, but they could be.
Yeah, that kind of reads that way though. I can see that.
Well, then they'd be the worst child soldiers they ever had. Basically, those kids are the company's attempt to thwart death more than child soldiers.
And that the trillionaire is more interested in having a conversation, which was kind of cold blooded. He's sitting across from a genius and he insults her that way. What a shitty person.
That's what being a trillionaire will do to you. Someone on another stream yesterday said the Xenomorph in this series looks really rubbery and shiny like Batman Forever Panther suit. It does look like that they've kind of gone back from like the alien, the Xenomorph's not fully CGI, that they are kind of like relying a little bit more on like dudes in suits and puppeteering and things like that. 2. They have dropped the first 2 episodes for it, and then from here on they'll be dropping a new episode over the next 5 weeks every Monday. So the last one will drop on September 23rd.
Have they mentioned how many times they want to, how many series episodes are, or are they just doing one series?
Oh, do you mean it's like if this is going to have a second season?
Yeah.
Let me look that up. That's a good question. I couldn't tell you offhand. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it twice too. I really dug it. That was basically what I did this weekend, as far as like theater is concerned. Aliens. Well, that's kind of the theme of the franchise in a lot of ways. It's aliens versus Weyland-Yutani.
Oh, the series Aliens has always been corporations bad. And if I think what's happening in this series is going to happen, it's going to make the Alien movie go, corporations really, really bad.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything about like a second season. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but apparently it's like there reportedly are discussions and plans in the works behind the scenes. And here's something really interesting for that from the Wikipedia page. According to FX Entertainment president Gina Balian, the scale of the production of Alien Earth was much bigger than that of the 2024 FX series Shogun, which the budget which has been reported as $250 million. So they definitely spent a lot on it. So for something like this, I mean, I can't imagine they're not spending that kind of money on it if it's going to be a one and done. Is the series set for the Predator universe? That's an interesting question because of what is already kind of known about Predator.
Technically, no. If it's a part of anything that's any of these universes, it's just not connected to it because he's chosen to write a story that way.
I mean, there's not. I mean, unless there's a real big twist, there's not going to be a Predator on Alien Earth. But with what's kind of known already going into Predator Badlands, that is placing connective tissue between Alien and Predator.
I hope they don't fuck that up.
Oh, if there's anybody I trust to do that right now, it's Dan. I'm curious their thoughts on that too, because they both have talked about Dan Trachtenberg and Fede Alvarez. They've talked about they have talked about taking another shot at Alien versus Predator, but not necessarily in like a straightforward okay, let's have them fight again kind of thing. But also they've talked about it in a way let's co-direct that. Let's both do that together, not like one guy or the other kind of single-handedly take that on.
The road to hell is paved on good intentions. That's all I'll say. You got to be really careful. No
there's nobody I have more faith in that.
It's not even about having faith. It's just some things just don't go together all the time, and you end up finding that out when you execute them.
Wouldn't it be better to have like a limited series of Alien and Predator?
Well, I mean, that might be what that might be ultimately where it kind of lands as far as they might they might like keep them individualized. Like maybe the idea is like keeping the individualized like theatrically or cinematically, but on something like this, like on Hulu or on or I guess once it goes all Disney Plus, they might say let's that's where we can kind of maybe they'll feel like they can like most efficiently sort of play around with like putting the two together. I don't know. That might be how they do it. Oh, and that guy just barely made it away.
Hope that door. Well, that's the fastest elevator door I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Maybe that's one of the innovations of the future of in the Alien universe is the elevator doors like close fast when they like sense something chasing you. Another thing too is like this is definitely placing emphasis on the alien, running a quadruped. The alien like running like a dog, and of course, first time we saw that was Alien 3, and that
that is not the first time we saw that. Aliens, they ran on quads.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Aliens, yeah. Remember
Alien 3 placed the most emphasis on it though of the originals, and the effects there were kind of choppy or iffy.
Yeah,
why do you keep bringing up these weird things?
Listen, say what you will about say what you about Alien 3. I do really dig the final kind of like chase through the tunnels when they try to lead the xenomorph into the mold to drop all the lead on it. Paul W. Anderson was never going to make it. Yeah, that dude's he's real interesting because he's very hit and miss, mostly miss. He's done what has he done that I like? The original Mortal Kombat, love that. Soldier, the Blade Runner spinoff.
That's not.
Pompeii, I thought was pretty good. And
hold on.
One other.
Let's hold on. I'll come back to this fourth, but yeah, you're right. But at the same time, you got to be real careful with this because it's not just the talent that's doing this. There are certain things that are integratable and certain things that are not. And you just got to make sure that this is. Otherwise, you're going to have another fucking disaster.
Going back to this, though, it's like he's done the ones I think that he did that were really good. Mortal Kombat, 95. The Blade Runner spinoff. Yeah, because that's what it is. Soldier.
No, it's not. Let's focus on Alien Earth, please, because this is the way it happened. We go off into deranged bullshit, which is
Pompeii, and there's one other that's escaped me. I'll come back to that one.
Yeah, after the show.
Death Race. That's what it was. The fourth one was Death Race. He's done 4 good ones, and then pretty much everything else sucked.
Commercial break. Yeah, and if there's getting two guys that can pull it off, it would be those two guys who are currently handling these franchises. But aside from their abilities, some things just I think it's very attractive to throw the two cool toys that you have in your play box together all the time, but it doesn't always work, and it hasn't worked the one time. So, but what they are doing now, and when we saw their presentation of Badlands, one thing it's not a blatant, let's just throw the two monsters in the ring. They're integrating the lore and the mythology logically. So that gives me a good sign. They're not just doing the stupid shit. Hey, let's get the Xenomorph and get the Yatta and just let's fight. They're integrating the circumstances, and then whatever happens, it happens. So, yeah. Yeah, that was trash, in my opinion. We are back live.
And they also do something with this alien in this series that they generally don't do with the aliens in the movies. Be careful what you ask for.
That's not saying a lot for us, but okay. So far so good. I'm liking the show. Okay.
We don't know what it's capable of, aka it can rip your face off. Be careful.
Fuck that. I'm out. I'm getting the fuck out of this.
Gross. It's like a slug.
Yeah.
This show is so fucking gross, dude. Oh, there it is. God damn this show.
Bloody cat.
Yeah, but look at the eye. There you go.
Well, he's got 9 lives, so. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a like an eyeball squid.
When I saw this, I immediately thought William's going to have a moment with this.
This is some bullshit right here, man. All right, we're out of commercial. Yeah, and I need one. Yeah.
Well, what's cool about these robot people, for lack of a better word, they're still kids in their minds. They're still human in their minds, and they're showing the fear that the other guy, who's not a human robot, doesn't.
Well, I don't know if they can be. Can they be infected by these things? They're technically. I don't know, but they're
No, they can't. They're not human. They're the milk robot.
Yeah, so there's sense. So yeah. Why did there have to be an eye alien? God. Ugh.
So technically, they would just be in the way of an alien.
Yeah, so that thing wouldn't be able to do the eye parasite thing. That it's oh my god.
I see you.
This is the nastiest broadcast show I've ever seen. This shit's on TV. I don't care if it's an FX late at night. It's still. We're not even halfway through this episode, and they've already hit the gross meter at 10. Nasty. It's not scary. It's just
almost
nasty.
as bad as it's almost as bad as the trailers of that Together movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Once you start messing around with the eyes, it's not necessarily scary. It's just like oh. Not with eye aliens and eye parasites. There has not been one. What effects you been watching, man? Ugh. And it just exploded out of that cat's head like that. Like, ugh. And everything in that lab is disgusting. Everything in that lab is disgusting. Yeah, that wasn't like this. Where was the fucking eyeball exploding out of a cat's head in there? Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any genital terror here. I'm just going to go on that. I don't know, but if you have eye torture issues, yeah, you're going to have some problems here, Dante.
There's one credit card I'll never own again.
Look at this. We got an Oreo commercial in the middle of this.
At least there's no like a Visine or something.
Oh, perfect timing for this too. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up real quick. Our good buddy ACS saying, absolute fire start to Alien Earth. What they do that cat though.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Volume going back up.
Well, most of the time, the cat's the hero in this genre.
When did they start messing with the pants in a horror movie? I don't know. Of course, fourth. I want to bring up the pants again. William, how about the needle to the eye scene? The Evil Dead.
I saw it. I'm not bringing that. We're done.
You know, one of the worst ones I've ever seen. It was zombie from like 78, I think it was the Italian zombie.
Fulci, Lucy
Yeah,
Fulci.
the one zombie like grabs the woman by the hair and like slowly pulls her towards that one splinter, and it just yeah.
This is a great scene.
That's the alien right behind him. Yep.
That's why this is a great scene.
Remember Predator 2? Where
Yeah,
where
the
the
subway.
Predator goes into the apartment?
Yeah,
building?
yeah, and
It
gets
kind of
the-
reminds me of that.
and he has the first aid kit that puts the heals his wounds with like the melted drywall and stuff. yeah, iconic. No pun intended. Iconic.
See, this is one thing they get wrong about the alien. The alien was never a mass killer just to kill. It killed to eat and it killed to reproduce. It didn't just kill things to kill them.
Using that tail.
Aliens
They've-
meet the raid.
They've always used the tail in the aliens.
Yes, when are we gonna see that crossover? Should we have to? Actually, that also kind of also a little bit like Alien meets Ghostbusters. Kind of that ray that hit the end of the xenomorph there. Killing for fun, so yeah. God, what is this actor's name? Because it's like they got the most Yaphet Kotto looking dude for this role.
Come on, what are you trying to say? No, I'm just kidding.
But someone's gonna clip that out. Oh yeah, Babu Sise is his name. I was really familiar with him. Oh shit! I can't remember. I didn't even recognize him. It's like that dude was on to the Badlands. I've known that. I should have recognized him immediately. He was Pilgrim on Into the Badlands. How did I not know? How did he fly under my
We're
radar?
at a commercial break. That's not hard, I guess.
How did he? Man, how did I not notice that immediately? I'm just something about like he just really resembles Yaphet Kotto here. But oh man, he was the villain on Into the Badlands. I love that show. I love that show. I guess it's because I just haven't seen him on anything in a while.
But yeah, the alien was never just mass murder to murder. I think
Wouldn't
it
it
was.
kill people? Wouldn't it kill people if it thought it was threatened?
Well, it kills people if they exist. Xenomorph. It's a whole. It is. It's the only acceptable living thing for it is its own. That's it.
Well,
It is
in
designed
the
to kill
alien
everything
movie,
around.
they showed it eating somebody.
They don't really need to eat though, because they kill and then they bring, they position the bodies for the eggs. There goes your reproduction part.
Well, you can't kill them. They have to be alive.
Yeah, but they keep enough. They kill. It's almost like they have a ratio. It's like we don't need to have everybody as a hatchling, but we need some of you. Like when the colony LV-24-6 and aliens, they killed most of those people, but they kept a lot of them. They kept enough of them to breed.
Well, it's like every alien movie, they only killed to eat them, or they killed to reproduce.
Well, in Alien, there was no reproduction.
There it was if you watch the extended cut, but okay.
Yeah, they cut that out with Dallas. Yeah, they figured since there was no queen.
Yeah, I remember reading that in the novelization actually before it's on the extended cut. It's the scene with Dallas where Ripley finds Dallas and he begs her to mercy kill him.
And now you're going to show a commercial with a cat in it after all this.
But it's not half a cat with its highball exploding out of its head.
This whole fucking head. This fucking nasty show. Ugh. All right, we are back, and this thing. Ugh.
Sis, can you confirm to Williams Fly that you are in fact not eating a kangaroo right now? He's asking if you're eating a kangaroo.
I am not eating a kangaroo. All right.
Yeah. Please stop pestering us about the kangaroo. It's not.
That's very
nothing.
offensive, by the way.
Yeah.
Very offensive when you ask her if she ate kangaroo nuggets.
What are you eating here while you're watching this nasty show?
Mozzarella bites.
Okay.
Does it have wombat seasoning?
Yeah, good question. I should have led with that. So you said I'm not your brother. Oh, time to go. Hell no.
Yeah, dude, I'd move. This tentacle monster looks like a.
I'm
I don't know what the hell that. Well, this is maybe carrying over. This, I think, this is carrying over one thing from Prometheus. It has the dumbest scientist I've ever seen.
This guy's a robot.
No, but I'm talking about like the part in Prometheus where like the one kind of tentacle like does that, and they go, oh, that's interesting. Let me poke and prod at that until it bites me.
The Steve Irwin natural. Yeah, that woman, she's showing her deep fear. She's a robot, but she's also a little kid in that robot body.
Oh yeah, we're gone. I'm out. Well, that's kind of a very valuable baseball.
How old is it? With what, like about 200 years old at this point?
Yeah, that's a valuable baseball now today.
Yeah. In this, it's probably got to be worth like what, about 600 million by this point.
With some,
If they even know
just
what
like that.
baseball is in this time era.
Well, I mean, they're playing the
He
playing the
basically-
TV there. The TV there's playing the game, so
They're playing a recording of a game.
well, that would indicate they have
I
some
don't
knowledge.
even know who that. I don't even know who that person is.
Reggie Jackson.
I do.
It's pro baseball player.
Mr. October. Hence the title of this episode.
Oh, there's very there's a bit of a hint with Blade Runner there, the whole synthetic thing,
Yeah, I
and then
told you, William.
and then not liking that term.
And and that also it kind of related to that.
It
I'm
was
really
also
curious.
in the movie Aliens.
I'm really curious to kind of somewhat related to that. With, the Predator Badlands trilogy. You have the Harvester.
I was watching the show. What were you guys saying?
Okay. Oh, you talked about there's a little bit of an allusion to maybe there's like a Blade Runner reference there, or connective tissue established with the whole synthetic. It's already got one spin-off, Soldier, so look it up, guys. The screener, the actual screener says, I can read it from the Wikipedia page right now.
I don't give a fuck. I thought you guys were talking about something important, and it turned out to be this horse shit. Shut up.
Well, kind of related crossovers. I'm really interested in like that, the Harvester skull from Independence Day that we saw in the Predator battle. Are they gonna do anything with that? Or do you just kind of throw that in there like, it's just another
Probably
alien
not,
skull?
but who knows?
Well, I mean that kind of like makes me wonder. Okay, Predators, since you got one of their skulls, that kind of tells me you guys knew this whole time how to bring down their shields. You didn't tell us.
Ah, jeez. You
We had to
paid for
figure it.
some-
We had to figure it out with with this cable guy with this MacBook. If you're hunting us, you could have at least told us.
You're
Hey,
like Mort. You're like Mort from Mork and Mindy sometimes. You remind me of when you go on these tangents.
you could have told. They could have told us if they're hunting down harvesters. Like, okay,
I need a commercial.
they know
link.
how to bring down their shields.
Danger.
This will have to do.
We should make that my intro because that alerts people that this is when the show starts getting good. Is when I come on.
Yeah, when the bad jokes are coming.
When I come on. That's what everybody tunes in for. That's why we have our audience.
Yeah, sure.
So he's like, turn on the siren there. That's when you tell them, okay, the moment you all been waiting for.
Yeah, like a half hour into the show starts, here you come.
Well, there you go. Roll out the red
That
carpet.
ice
for me.
cream looks yummy.
He had to take a nappy poo, William.
Yeah, because I'm working my ass off all week.
Well, if you got a better keyboard, your fingers wouldn't get so tired typing on it.
No, I don't think that would help.
Yeah, I think I'm skipping this podcast. Here we go. Back to the show.
That podcast looks like a rip-off of what Will Wheaton does for Star Trek. That kid totally outed her.
Hello, Drago. We're coming. Got a couple minutes probably left of this episode here.
Historically, the point in any of these movies, it's time to go.
Happy Easter.
It's time to get the hell out. Oh,
That was funny, Clinton. Would this consider an Easter movie now or a TV show?
Yeah, it has Easter eggs.
no, don't do it, Joe. Joe, what are you doing? Come on, dude. Even if you haven't seen these movies, you can't do these things. Kane was stupid.
Okay, I think he might have just backed away in time. Oh, but they got customer
my
number 2 up
God.
there. Right?
Oh my god.
Oh, now there's a whole freaking swarm of them.
Guard the omelet.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. So
This is Tool, by the way.
What an
I
odd
won't
choice.
say the title of the song because I don't want to get William demonetized.
Were there any previews for the next episode, Clint?
I didn't see any.
Oh, here we go.
And no actual purpose.
Okay, fuck this show. This show is gross. It's but hey, it's very dude. This is some of the highest quality show I've seen in a long time. That's not on HBO Max. The budget they went, and the budget, even if it continues over once they merge everything else, Disney is not like Disney's starving for money, and they'll keep Hulu separate long enough to run this dude. But this was an excellent show. This is an excellent show.
It's a good start.
It is
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's consistent with Alien. It adds some things to it without hurting the mythology. It's added characters, even though they're machines or whatever. I still kind of care what happens to them. I'm enthralled. And then you have the one human relationship. I thought that was cool when he kept asking her the questions about what did you say because he just wasn't sure. And when he was very sure, I thought that was kind of cool. I think, like I said, it's nasty as fuck. Holy shit. Just I was hoping that one eyeball alien was going to be just a one-off, but it's the sheep. It's in the sheep that you saw in the previews, and it's just gross. And it's going to get into a human, and that's going to gross. Yeah, it's great. This is some of the best stuff I've seen in quite a while, and then it also consistent with everything else that these three gentlemen are doing, because you have to add him up to where Fede Alvarez, Trachtenberg, and Holly is up there with him. He's kept the quality. The quality, if you notice, the quality has been consistent lately. Not just with this, but don't forget Terminator Zero, which also Timothy Olyphant was a Terminator in that. So there you go. Also, the girl Sydney. If you may recognize a family trait there, she's going to be in my most anticipated project of the DCU. Not her, but her father, Kyle Chandler. Sydney Chandler is the daughter of Kyle Chandler, who is going to be playing Hal Jordan here in a few months. This show is really good, and it's very intense. I can't believe I'm watching a TV show of any kind. It's just I felt like I just watched a movie.
Well, they are as long as movies.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm a fan of Raised by Wolves, but I think you have to be into Ridley Scott and his style. There's a lot of people I tried to get into that show. I couldn't get any of my friends into that show. And it suffered ratings wise because I just couldn't get people to understand what that show was. And then all of a sudden it was gone, and that was a super expensive show. I think this is on a much more approachable level than Raised by Wolves.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well, but don't get me wrong, I love Raised by Wolves. I know I'm not getting into the season because.
So by its position in its timeline, I think they're going to actually successfully kill the alien, but that the Watani company wants another one, so they send Sigourney Weaver and the other guys to that planet.
Yeah, that's
very, very plausible.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea. It's just a theory. So
no, I'm hyping it up because I enjoyed it. I think it pays for it. Listen, I don't do the whole, if I enjoy something, I really enjoy it. You can tell on my face and my mannerisms when I enjoy something and when I don't enjoy something. I can't really fake that kind of shit. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's okay, but nothing groundbreaking. Not everything needs to be groundbreaking at second. Sometimes things just have to be good. They used a lot of stuff that we had already seen, but they put it together in a story that we are not used to seeing in this type of lore. They've added things, they've added dimensions. Yeah, there's a lot of recycled stuff in here, but you know what? When you're right, if you're a good enough storyteller, you can make it work, and he's made it work here. There's a lot of shows I like. What are you guys talking about? I watch.
The cinematography is pretty well on point.
Yeah, I left the angles. The angles are really good. That's what any show. Yeah, we could have watched the 2 best episodes of the show, and the rest of it could be trash. I don't think so, though. A lot of times, these shows either if I don't like, especially for me, if I don't like a show, its first couple of episodes are really hard for me. But you can keep me past the first 2 episodes. You probably kept me. Peacemaker was different because, like I said, those shows like that, they showed me the first 2 episodes in one swing. And then the next episode, I was almost about to break away from Peacemaker until that one episode where it actually started to turn the corner. So far, it's fine. Something with Romulus I haven't revisited since I watched in the theaters. That's all going to be a preference. That's all going to be, I don't see it that way, but then again, like I said, this is all subjective. All right, guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. We've been on the air for 3 hours. 35 of you watching at 2:24 in the morning, which is amazing. For those of you who are going to watch this at a decent hour, I tried to do my best to let you know when the commercials are gone. Or if you just want to watch it on Hulu, the commercials are in the same exact spot. Those commercials are in the same exact spot no matter where you're watching it. So you could actually just track it with us that way if you want to. But if you want to do a watch along with that, I tried to mark it, and I'm gonna see if I can start getting into YouTube and marking where the intermissions are at, so that you guys can just time step it yourself. I think I can do that. So, all right, guys. Ironheart reminder whenever you can. I'll get to Ironheart. There's a lot I got to catch up to. This weekend we are going to be going back to our fundraiser. We are going to be going back to American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, and we are definitely. I don't know if it's going to be a Saturday or a Sunday. I am going to be available both days. We're definitely going to watch Man of Steel. I have not made a final decision of whether I'm going to add 2025 Superman to that, since it will be available this Friday. Telling me that, it's going to be till September. And I'm like, there's no way they were ever going to wait that long to get their money.
That's when it's it's on physical media now. It's like September 26th. I think that's when it'll be on.
Yeah, but it's on physical media. That old horse. But it's going to be available on Friday.
PVOD this Friday, which is 2 weeks earlier than it was originally scheduled.
Which was right where I thought it would be.
That's crazy.
That's actually less than 35 days. That is going to be the model, guys. And I promise you, even though James Gunn said otherwise, at a level higher than him, that date was set no matter how much money this movie made. That date was set when they said, we're going to do this movie. That date was set. And if you take up that, come on. That date was set. Otherwise, they would just have a rolling scale. Oh, it's making this much money. Let's keep it in there until late, whatever. No. When you have a date that early, that means you are hedging your bets, and that is the smart thing to do. Because if either way, you win. If the movie sucks, you get your money. If it sucks at the box office, you get your money on the back end. If the movie's great, you just increase the value on the back end. Either way, that date was always going to be the same. I keep getting people telling me, no, they're going to keep it in there. And then everybody's wondering about why didn't we keep it in for 9,000 days? I'm like, why would you fucking do that?
9,000 days.
Listen, if this, I don't know what you consider this a blockbuster or not, whatever, but it's a nearly $600 million movie. If a movie like this is not getting a 45-day window, you can say goodbye to the 45-day window.
Well, I think because again, it was originally going to be the 2 weeks later, so I think that maybe they also probably like we're looking at it and say, yeah, it's pretty much run its course theatrically. So it's like why wait at this point?
I think August 15th was August 15th on 6 months ago. I think August 15th was August 15th 2 months ago. I think August 15th.
Don't be surprised if Fantastic Four doesn't go on to streaming within the next week or two.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
It would be foolish for it not to. See, we're thinking in the old horse and carriage days of everything. If it's not everything, every penny has to be made at your local cinema. That is like I said, that is old school. That's like stopping your vehicle with your feet. And we got Barney Rubble as your co-driver. You just not the way anymore. That's not the way this money is going to be made. So yeah, Fantastic Four is going to be on PVOD really soon, as it should be. And I'm sorry, these 35 days, the customer has dictated that there is no 45, 90 days is going to be like, what? I mean, Disney's probably going to be the last ones to do that.
Jurassic World is already out on PVOD.
Yeah. And people can still go to the movies and see Superman. It's going to still be in the theaters, but the vast majority of people, Warner Brothers wants that 85 to 90% of that dollar back. They don't want that 65. So, all right, guys, we will see you. How long was Lilo and Stitch stay in the theaters? Isn't that Disney?
Yeah, long enough to make $1 billion. So.
Yeah, Disney Disney is not anyone else, though. The thing about Disney is you can't compare what Disney can do and where they can put their movies because that's not where they make their money. These other studios, Warner Brothers makes their money off of movies and the profitability off of movies. Disney makes their money off of parks and revenue and merchandise from the parks.
Yep.
These things are add-ons to that revenue. So they can keep Lilo and Stitch in there because it's going to drive up their IP no matter what. They didn't really borrow a lot of money. They have all their money in-house. Warner Brothers is not the same. Sony, all these people, no, that's how they make their money. So they got to get all of that money as soon as possible. So any Disney movie really doesn't count. You know,
I've got to correct you a little bit, William. Warner Brothers does have parks, but not in the US. It has one in Australia and has two in the Middle East.
But they don't pull in $38 billion annually from them. So yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about the Middle East money.
They don't. I can guarantee you that they don't. Nobody pulls in more in park revenues than Disney. There's nobody. It's that's what they do. That is what they are. Movies are like a side project to them. Yeah, Six Flags, Texas. Yeah, no, 38 billion. That's a lot of money. There's no set of movies that's going to give you that kind of money. Even if you combine all of the MCU movies that's ever been made, they don't come close to 1 year of Disney park revenue. 1 year of Disney park revenue eclipses the entirety of the MCU. That's telling you where that money comes from. So, all right, guys. F1 is not even a digital, and it came out earlier than Superman.
Yeah, let's Google that. The entirety of the MCU to this point has made $31 billion.
Yeah, so 38. So literally 7. I think F1 is on. I thought F1's on digital.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think Superman. I think mediocrity fatigue is setting in. You make good movies, you make good Superman movies. Like I say, when Spider-Man comes out, nobody's going to be too tired to see that, unless it's garbage, which I don't think it's going to be. When Avengers Doomsday comes out, unless it's garbage, I don't think anybody's going to be too fatigued. Fatigue only sets in when the product is mediocre. All right, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Thank you guys for sticking with us this late at night. We are right at the 3-hour mark. We'll be back on the air tomorrow with our usual shenanigans, and we will be back here next Tuesday for this disgusting ass show. We will see you guys then. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye.